The March of Life in Poland. The veil of silence is broken. Prejudice and hatred between Poles and Germans disappear. The descendants of Nazi perpetrators from Germany ask the descendants of the victims for forgiveness, a step long since overdue. More than 300 participants, Poles, Germans and Israelis, Jews and Christians, together walk 1,400 miles through Poland. Their path connects 6 of the major former death camps, forming a symbolic Star of David. Together, they set a mark against anti-Semitism and for Israel. September 1st, 1939. World War II began with the attack on Poland. Stirred up by the Nazis' fanatic racial hatred, Poland became the site of unspeakable suffering. About 6 million Poles were murdered by the Nazis. 3 million of them were Jews. Starting with Willy Brandt's genuflection in Warsaw in 1970, there were various steps and initiatives of reconciliation. But many of the wounds between Poles and Germans have remained unhealed until today. The March of Life begins in Auschwitz-Birkenau. Over 50 of the German participants are descendants of members of the Wehrmacht, police and SS.
Der Holocaust ist fast 70 Jahre vorbei, aber ist immer noch in
The Holocaust ended almost 70 years ago, but it is still very present in the hearts of many people.
Wir stehen hier direkt bei den Gaskammern.
We are standing here, right next to the gas chambers.
Mein Opa hat die Leitungen gelegt für die Gaskammern.
And my grandfather was the one who put in the pipes and wires for the gas chambers.
Ich stehe heute hier.
I am standing here with my request for forgiveness.
Wir können es nicht ungeschehen machen.
Nie możemy tego zrobić w sposób nieświadomy.
Aber wir können, indem wir die Wahrheit aussprechen, Wege des Todes in Wege des Lebens verwandeln.
We cannot undo the past, but by speaking the truth, we can change path of death to path of life.
The press and TV took the message of reconciliation and restoration as far as China, Indonesia, Venezuela and Qatar to the whole world. Detailed reports were broadcast on Polish, European and Israeli TV at prime time. The participants split into different teams. 1,400 miles are ahead of them. Paths into the past, to historic sites of Nazi crimes.
Brakuje tego trzeciego, brakuje Niemców.
Whenever we met as Poles and Jews, something was missing: the Germans.
An den Händen meiner Familie klebt viel Blut.
My family's hands are stained with much blood.
Ich stehe heute hier, euch einfach um Vergebung zu bitten.
And I am here today to ask your forgiveness.
Bardzo mi przykro, dass wir als Deutsche, dass meine Familie hier in Zerstörung und Tod.
I am sorry for the destruction and death we as Germans and my family have brought here. I am here as a German to stand for reconciliation with Poland. I am here today to break my family's silence, but also to say that something like this must never happen again.
sie um Vergebung bitten heute, wo wir ihre Kinder umgebracht haben und ihre Familien auseinandergerissen haben.
Today I want to ask your forgiveness for killing your children and tearing your families apart.
This is my daughter, and she spoke about my father.
Warsaw. The participants have come a long way, 1,400 miles. The Star of David is completed. The mayor, Hanna Gronkiewicz-Waltz, receives the delegation in the city hall and emphasizes the significance of the march. Also, the deputy speaker of the Israeli Knesset, Leah Shimtov, is part of the March of Life and joins the march along some of the sections. In his address in the Palace of Culture and Science, the Israeli ambassador, Tzvi Ravner, commented, "There are many marches in Poland, but this one is something special. Germany should be proud of what you are doing. It is very significant." The March of Life. New friendships between Poles and Germans are formed. Poles and Germans and Israelis, Jews and Christians, descendants of the perpetrators and victims, set a mark against silence, forgetting, anti-Semitism, and for Israel. The March of Life in Poland. The veil of silence is broken. Cities and nations are healed.